Hey everybody, happy Workout Wednesday. Today I wanted to go over some foundational movements in strength training and just also how we classify movements here. So without further ado, welcome to Strength 101. We're going to go ahead and start with our upper body. We're going to classify these movements into both pushes and pulls. So with our upper body, this is pretty intuitive. When I pull, I'm pulling things towards my body. When I'm pushing things away from my body. This is then going to get broken down further into both vertical and horizontal for both our pushes and pulls. So we can think in relation to my torso, I have vertical pulls and vertical pushes. I also have horizontal pulls and horizontal pushes. So vertical is in line with my torso, parallel with my torso. Horizontal is perpendicular to my torso. I'm then going to break that down even further into single and double arm. So I can have these movements either performed using one arm or using both my arms. I can even alternate my arms as well. So that's how we're going to break down all of our upper body movements. Moving on to our lower body, we can see we also have pushes and pulls. Pushes and pulls are a little bit less intuitive with our lower body. With a lower body, first we'll start with our push. We think of something like a squat where I'm pushing the ground away from me, and there's also an equal load share between the anterior side of my legs and the posterior side of my legs. So equal load share between, say, my quads and my glutes while performing a squat. That's going to get broken down into single and double leg. So I can perform a single leg squat, I can perform a double leg squat as well. With our pulls, there's going to be an uneven load share. So it's going to be biased more towards my posterior chain. So thinking glute, hamstring, and calf. This is either going to be hip dominant, where my hip is the primary mover of this movement, or my knee is the primary mover of this movement. So I'm either moving through my hip, like a hinge movement, so I'll move this out of the way a little bit, like a hinge movement right here, or a knee dominant, or something like a hamstring curl. So with pulls, I'm either moving through my hip primarily, through my knee primarily, and this can also be broken down into single and double leg. So with all this information, how we want to structure our strength training is just get an equal amount of pushes and pulls across an entire week. We also then want to dive into these subcategories as well. So we want to get equal amount of pushes and pulls. We also want to make sure that we're working both vertically, both horizontally, working through both our hip and knee, and working both single arm, single leg, and double leg to make sure we have a system of balance throughout the week. So I hope this was a good introduction. Hoping to dive a little bit further into some more strength training stuff. But hope this was helpful, and hope we all have a great Workout Wednesday. Thanks.